Well, I didn't expect to be in the hospital again for a day. I had my colonoscopy yesterday, and normally the next day you're kind of still a little bit sluggish. But this time around was a little bit harder in the prep. If you've ever had a colonoscopy, you probably know how the prep is. It's not very fun. And the colonoscopy actually turned out really well for my colitis situation. There's less inflammation than there was last year in August, and there's also less pseudopulps. But this time around, they decided to take out more of the pseudopulps, and I was warned that it could cause bleeding. So when I got home, I took a nap, and when I woke up, it was continuous bleeding every time I went to the restroom, like gushes, globs of it, like 5 or 6 times at least, lots and lots of it, like buckets, it seemed, in the toilet. And I didn't mean to gross you out, but I was exhausted. And so I did eat and I did go back to bed. And then I woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning and I went 2 more times like that. And now I felt faint and weak. And I must have passed out because I don't remember this happening before I went to bed the night before. So I went to the emergency room. And at the emergency room, I didn't go anymore. And they did take a blood test. And initially, when I came in, it was at a hemoglobin count of like almost 14. It was like 13.8. And then a few hours later, when they did it again, it was down to 11.4. And so that's almost 3 points. And that's quite a bit. I kind of almost see it like as like 3 liters. Anyways, it's quite a bit. And if you are at 7 and below, that's when you need a blood transfusion. And at the rate that I was going, I was afraid that I was going to need a blood transfusion. But we needed to stop the bleeding. And so I was warned that I may need to do another colonoscopy to see where the bleeding is so that they can mend it or whatever. But that would have been more invasive to whatever the situation was already at. So then I was supposed to connect with a new friend, and she's a healer, but I already told her the night before the situation. So I told her I was at the hospital. So we did a little bit of a healing session for me. And in the healing session, she said that this is the last round of the cleanse. And I had been doing a lot of healing, especially during this eclipse season. I had pulled a huge splinter out of a family lineage karma thing for my mom and I. And I've been working on my mother's healing relationship with myself and that ancestral lineage line for a long time now, so it wouldn't be passed on to Isabella. Anyhow, I'm babbling. Then I also had a huge healing session with horses on a horse retreat. And then now I'm also helping train horses or a little pony to show next year and putting together a horse retreat with my friend, Chris. And so it was such a wonderful week. It's such a powerful week. And then we have the colonoscopy. And she had said about the blood cleanse that so it can change my blood. And I have had 5 blood transfusions because of my colitis. So I also believe that even though I bless the blood and all that, that's another person's DNA within me. I'm thankful for them, but essentially, I think I needed to get that out too. And so since I cleansed all these things, it was very, very draining. Now, on the 3D world, it's very traumatic, and it is very traumatic. But you can go into fear and all these things, and the doctor stuff, and life, death, and all. However, on the 5D world, it needed to happen for this cleanse. How do you merge the two so that you don't die, right? um, yeah, but I knew some of that had to happen energetically, and during the healing, my new friend Alex told me as well that I need to connect with my family, how I felt about them. I do feel very supported, especially within this last year. And so she had me imagine cords being attached to me instead of being cords cutting from me. And so that I can feel supported and that the lifeline was being pumped into me, the blood was being pumped into me. We also did a ritual where I put my hands on my pelvic bowl and I said, I am rooted, I am safe. When it comes down to it on the energetic level and on the physical level, you want to feel safe. And so since this is the root chakra as well, I am rooted, I am safe. And so if you're feeling a little insecure right now, I encourage you to do it with me now. Put your hand on your root. I am rooted, I am safe. I am rooted, I am safe. I am rooted, I am safe. And then she had me imagine or seeing Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is the protector. And so of enveloping light around me, blue light, white light, whatever it is. I chose blue because I'm more aligned with the color blue. But I do white light all the time. Whatever is calling to you, filling you up, protecting you, strengthening you. So then she also had Archangel Zachiel. I don't remember that one. That's an angel I don't work with very much. So today, I hope that you call on your angels, especially Archangel Michael. If it's in regards to healing, Archangel Raphael. And then Archangel Gabriel is always great as well. Now, the miracle happened where I had a couple other blood tests. The third one was at 11.4. And so that meant that it was stabilizing. I wasn't losing as much blood. And then I kept imagining me being zipped up, being filled up. And at 2 o'clock, when I did the blood test again, it had went up to 11.4. So instead of losing blood, I'm starting to fill myself up again. Yeah. And so, sometimes when you do all these clearing things, synchronicities do happen, but then it may be the opposite as well because it's clearing the way. But it is so important for you to not go into fear and also to see what is the gift. What is the gift? And this by no means is morbid, but during that time I did ask, what is the gift? What is the more empowering thought? What can I choose? And what is this supposed to move me forward to? And relaxing and trusting that I am safe and I'm rooted. And so for you, you are safe and you are rooted. And then whatever you're going through, what is the gift? See the gift and see there's always more gifts in it. And if you do need to think about, oh my gosh, if I only had 1 year to live, what would I do? And what would I not do? What would I do and what would I not do? And so one of the things is I'm going to contact all the people that I love to tell them that I love them. And so during that time, because I couldn't really talk, because the doctors kept going in and out and such, where I could, I would just send a message saying that I love them and I appreciate them. And I would send maybe some kind of funny note, some kind of funny meme picture, but more so just to connect without any intention at all, but just to connect and send them love or send them appreciation that you appreciate them in your life. And so that filled me up. And so what is it that you want to do more of that fills you up, that you only had a year that you are going to do? And then do that. And what are you not going to do? I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry because this is going to be the case. So I'm going to choose the more empowering thought and the more empowering action to do. I hope that this empowers you, and I hope that you see the gifts in whatever you did. I formed a wonderful new friendship with Alex. She came and picked me up and gave me bone broth and flowers, and then also so many other friends. My brother zelled me $400. I didn't ask for that, but he's like, I don't want you to worry. Here. And I can't be with you right now, so that was so sweet. And then just so many love and blessings and friends calling just to give happy, funny jokes, so that I could laugh instead. And so I hope that you laugh, and I hope that you see the gift, and that it's all working out for you, and that you are healed, and that you are rooted, and that you are safe. You are whole.